Hi guys, and good crafternoon. I'm Glenn, also known as Mr. Crafty Man. In honor of Valentine's Day, we're going to make a very special project today. What we're going to do today is make a heart sequence sublimation t-shirt. These here are really neat little deals that I just caught wind of a couple months ago. I've got red, black, gold, and also a champagne. These are the only colors that I seem to be able to find them in. Also what I have here is I have got a black v-neck t-shirt. What we're going to do is we're going to make a t-shirt for my wife for Valentine's Day. And the picture that I have decided to put on is one of me and my grandson. And this is one of my favorite pictures. My wife kind of likes it also. So you're probably wondering how we're going to get that design onto a champagne colored heart sequence. And I am about to show you. Okay, so what we have to do here, we've got to turn these all up so they're white. So we start at the bottom and we just start brushing upwards like this. And we want to make sure that we get every one of them. And for those of you who've been doing sublimation for a while, you know that almost everything that we sublimate on is white. Looks like we've got one here that's being a little bit difficult. But we will get it. Okay. So right now we've got every single one of them turned up so that they're white here. And what we want to do is we want to take our picture and we're going to lay the heart on top of it. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a pen and I'm going to trace around it. And something I want to remind you of, in last week's video, you probably remember that I was talking about not cutting along the lines because it makes it difficult to peel. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to leave a portion on the corner up here where I can grab it with my fingers and peel it back. Okay, so we've got our heart drawn around it here. So let's go ahead and get this cut out. Okay. I think this is going to turn out really well. So what I'm doing here, I'm not cutting exactly on the lines. I'm cutting a little over them. And that's just in case we have any issues. It's going to make it easier to peel off. Okay, now this next edge here is the one I'm going to leave quite a bit on. So see this up here? I left that there just so I could peel it off. What I had mentioned last week, when we're doing sublimation, and you can see all of the adhesive on there, it's not sticky, but it is definitely ready to be applied to a shirt. And we have our shirt right here. On this shirt, just to get all the wrinkles out of it, make sure there's no moisture in it. And once I do that, we'll get our heart down on the shirt. So let me press this really quick. Alright, so now that we have got our shirt pressed nice and smooth, what we want to do is we want to get our design down on it. So typically we have these templates right here that we can put on, but the problem here is we're not dealing with a regular neck t-shirt, we're dealing with a V-neck. So normally we can just put this on, it follows the neck, we can check the gauge, make sure it's lined up. But like I said, that's not going to work this time. So what we need to do is we need to get this heart on and centered exactly where we want it. Make sure all the whites are turned up. And what I will typically do on stuff like this is I'm going to measure from the top to the shoulder. So we have got about 7 3/4 inches on that side. And we have got about 7 3/4 on that side. And then from the sides we've got about almost 4.5, about 4.5. Let's measure once more. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to lay our picture down on top of it. And that looks nice. And then what I have done is I cut a couple pieces of tape anyway. I'm going to stick those down here. And this is heat tape, so the heat from the press is not going to mess it up. And I think I would like to put another couple pieces on. Maybe put a piece at the bottom and a piece at the top, and we're going to have to move this very, very carefully over to our heat press. Let's stick this one on like that. That's not going anywhere. And get our other piece. And we've got that on there. So I think we're pretty secure. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move it over to our heat press. Okay, so we're over at the heat press and we want to make sure that our lower platen is heated also. So I've got the heat press closed. I don't have it clamped down, but just closed. So let's go ahead and lift that up and swing it around, and we're going to carefully move our shirt over here. And we will lay out our shirt. And I'm going to lay a piece of paper on top of this just to protect it. And we're going to press this for about 90 seconds. So let's go ahead and close it up here. And the timer's set on 120, but we will stop it at 90 seconds. Okay, and our 90 seconds is up, so let's go ahead and open it. And remember, this is a hot pull, so we need to pull this very quickly. And look at that. Let's bring this over to the table so you can see it better. Okay, so we've got our shirt back over here at the table, and you can see how well this turned out. I'm really happy with it. I've got a bit of a glare on it which is kind of interfering with your view of it, but there's not a lot I can do about that. I tried turning the light off and you just can't see hardly anything, but we can swipe down here and we go back to our original color. I know my wife is going to love this. And then if we want to reveal the picture, we just swipe up. And there's our picture underneath. I am so happy that this shipment with these hearts came in before Valentine's Day. I was very concerned that they weren't going to come in until after Valentine's Day. And this is a project I really wanted to do as a special Valentine's Day project. So that was our heart sequence sublimation t-shirt project for our Valentine's Day Crafternoon. I'm so glad that all of you were able to join us this week. I really appreciate you being here, and please like and subscribe. I don't have that many subscribers yet since this is a new channel, so I'd appreciate it if all of you did that and tuned in every Sunday for our new art projects. The majority of my projects are using either the Cricut Maker or the iColor 560, which is a white toner printer. You can rewatch this video at my website, www.mrcraftyman.com, and also there I'm going to have a list of links to all of the different items that we used in this project, like the hearts and the t-shirt and that sort of thing. I will try to put the links to the items in the YouTube link as well, but if you have any questions or comments or anything, feel free to leave the questions and comments either on the YouTube comment section or on my website. Once again, thanks for tuning in for Sunday Crafternoon with Mr. Crafty Man, and I will see you next week.